Around New Zealand, the most popular style of fishing is fishing with bait, whether it's stray lining, ledger rig fishing or other types of bait fishing. The stray lining bait presentation is really important because the baits tend to drift down slowly and fish have got plenty of time to have a look at them. I'm going to start with a single hook rig. And I'm going to talk about rigging some stray line baits. A couple of different baits on it. We're going to rig some squid. Smaller squid, we can rig that one whole. Begin by threading your hook through near the pointy end of the squid. Once, depending on how big the squid is, that's probably enough for the squid. Then just at the top of the mantle here, roll that hook in. And what we're trying to do is also pick up the head with the hook so that once the rig straightens up, it's going to sit nice and proud. Half hitch around the tail and you've got a bait that will sit quite nice with plenty of hook exposed, and even the shyest of snappers should hook up on a bait like that. With a slightly larger bait like this bigger squid, I like to cut the bait in two. I like to cut it on an angle. I'll start with the top half. Of the two, this is probably the least attractive bait, but you can make it a wee bit more attractive by cutting some slots in it, so it almost acts like little tentacles. That works quite well. Quite simply, take the hook through the tough end of the mantle, thread it through and roll it back through the bait towards the bottom end. That'll sit quite nicely. You can finish it off with a half hitch again to take the strain. That's a pretty nicely presented bait, and a fish should have no trouble getting that into its mouth. The hook-up ratio should be pretty good with a bait like that. Now for the head section, I've cut it at the angle, so I've got some of the mantle and I've also got the tentacles in the head. I want to use the hook and the trace to tie it all together so it doesn't rip off, so I pass the hook through the mantle at the top. Can be a bit fiddly. Then through the bottom of the mantle, taking the point of the hook through the head section of the squid as well, coming out between the eyes. Now the hook will hold the mantle and the tentacles together so that they sit nicely. And in order to hold the whole bait nice and straight, I finish it off with a half hitch. You can pull that up quite tightly, and that will now stop the hook bunching or the bait bunching up on the hook. And that's an attractive bait. Any self-respecting snapper would eat that. So all the best with your fishing out there. Get out there and enjoy it.